camino al plan.
Y vuelvo. Aquí estamos.
Hola, Nermi, un abrazo.
Gracias, igual. Sí. Ahora.
Okay, well, we're going to be going live right now. But there's just going to be a slide up. We don't need to start immediately. But just so you know, all the audio is going to go out on Facebook.
Ahí está. ¿Cómo estamos? Un abrazote. Hola, hola. ¿Tienes la foto de la reunión?
Ah, sí, estoy mirando.
La foto de la reunión. Ya en poco vamos a estar en vivo, pero no vamos a empezar el programa todavía. Pero ya va a empezar a estar en vivo todo lo que estemos hablando y la grabación. Ya estamos en vivo. Ya estamos todos sintonizados, que estén en la llamada de Zoom, sintonizados y estén en Facebook Live, aunque todavía no estamos empezando el programa.
Todavía no. We haven't started the program, but we are recording. We are on Facebook Live.
Parece que empezó a llover en Boston.
It seems like it started raining in East Boston, but that's not stopping us
Aquí estamos.
or anything else.
Pero la lucha sigue.
Con este
The
calor
fight continues.
Exactamente, lo libera de tantas cosas que
They're saying the rain refreshes us and gives us freedom. When we fight, we win. They're very excited. I'm excited too.
Estoy tratando de ver dónde hay imágenes de la caravana. ¿Quién me está mostrando imágenes de la caravana? De lo que escucho por mis mensajes de texto, hay muchos carros en la caravana. ¿Por qué? Bien, ya vamos a ver todo eso, andar por todo.
We see a lot of cars in East Boston.
Okay. Solo para los que están escuchando, ya estamos en Facebook Live.
For those who are listening, we are already on Facebook Live. Welcome to the City Life Vida Urbana protest in the north side, where we're going to have a caravan stopping by different sites of tenant associations fighting corporate landlords who want to displace our community. And we're not letting them. We're not going to allow that. So we're doing a huge caravan that is stopping by different sites. We can see already in the main room of the Zoom meeting, a lot of cars already there. How nice during the summer to have this rain.
Okay.
I remind you all to mute your phones so I don't hear your background. Thank you. With *6.
Hola Marinita, ¿cómo estás?
I'm going to see if I can link my headphones to the main room so you guys don't have to hear the Spanish. Hold on.
Ya está pasando la caravana por la 168 de la Gulf. Ahí pueden ver la caravana pasando por la 168 Gulf. ¡Qué bien! Pisándole al vecindario, ¡qué bien! Mostrando el apoyo a nuestra comunidad.
A lot of people showing their support to the community. Nothing can stop us from fighting together in this moment. A lot of cars we can see. That's so good. They're going by 168 Gulf, so the next stop is Maverick. Get ready, the people who are there. A lot of cars are going that way. Frances is not afraid of the rain. She's out there. Yeah, please, the people who are here, put yourselves in mute with *6 so I don't hear your background noise. Thank you. I'm trying to have very low the volume of the main room so you don't have to hear that much either. They're getting to Maverick Street.
Mike, can we unmute Francis's phone? That one can give us audio of the caravan, but just that one. Vean todos esos carros.
Look at those, all those cars. Wow.
En un momento que se fue el sol, yo no tengo luz aquí. Mejor. Wow. Qué bien, qué bien. ¿Cómo se siente, Francis?
How are you doing, Francis? How do you feel?
Francis no puede escuchar lo que está en la estamos aquí en la llamada.
Francis cannot hear us.
Bien. Vea todo el vecindario. Muestren los letreros.
Let us see your signs.
Estabilidad a largo plazo para todos.
Fight against mass evictions. And the other says long-term stability for everyone.
Okay, voy paseando la cámara. Ellos están en la calle Madrid.
These people are on Maverick Street. The caravan is arriving. Caravan. They're very excited. We are all very excited. Wow, that's so good. When we fight, we win. Everybody's so happy.
Gracias, Siri, por tu apoyo ahí. Te viene el chat. Gracias.
Social justice, equal housing justice. How exciting! People united will never be defeated. They're chanting, they're screaming, they're so happy with this action. Sonia's there, Marina.
Un aplauso enorme a todos los que ayudaron a organizar.
A big.
Están ahorita en la caravana, miembros ahí afuera de sus casas.
We shout out to all those who participated in the organization of this big event, and everybody who's participating anyway, from home or as part of a caravan or as part of a tenant association. Francis is being interviewed, and we're going to share with you guys the testimony shortly. Even more cars are coming. Wow. This is incredible. We need a report of how many cars took part.
Están entrevistando y todo, qué increíble. Arriba Francis con la entrevista, qué bien.
Good for you, Francis, with your interview. That's so good.
Qué bien, qué bien. Ya están yendo en camino a la Lexington.
They're on their way to Lexington, to Louis' family's building. I hope I was still living in on Lexington Street, so I could see through my window that beautiful caravan approaching. So good, so good. Thank you so much to all the members who are sending pictures, sharing what you're seeing. Thank you for sharing the pictures and videos with us, because you make us feel like we're with you right now. Not even the rain could stop us.
It's a little chaotic here, but can you see us inside the entrance to the building? Can you hear us?
Sí, aquí puedo verlos en la entrada del edificio.
Perfecto.
We can see the entrance of the building. We see Noemi right there. Hi, Noemi. And that's Alejandra. She's going to be interviewed. Can you please tell us a little bit about the story of the building? 10 years ago, The landlord bought this building. We are the only family living here. And then CRM purchased this building. And they've been trying to evict us. And we're fighting not to be evicted during the emergency, state of emergency. So City Life Vida Urbana started helping me when I went to 28 Paris Street, and they started teaching me my rights. We went to I had to go to court the first time, and I was supposed to go back the second time, but then CRM retracted from pursuing the eviction, but now we're fighting again. And Noemi is here in support also. We've been giving Alejandra our support because we know that we have to be united as families and as communities. Thus, evictions have to stop. We have to show them that the power exists in our communities, and we have to be united to fight and to go on. It's a terror not to have a place to go. So that's why we're fighting to have a place that is both safe and stable. We all deserve the same respect and dignity, and that's why our fight continues. I have a message for CRM directly. You have to understand that if a lot of people are not paying, it's not because they don't want to. It's because we don't have the money to pay for it. And so now we feel like a lot of people are taking advantage of the situation and even trying to raise the rents. We, as Latino community, are being very affected.
Exactamente. Y tengo una pregunta más. ¿Qué pasa cuando tienen problemas en el departamento?
What happens when you have problems in the apartment? We have to write a letter to them, letting them know what's happening, and then the attorney has to tell me what to do after. A lot of times the landlords say that we damage different things in the house, but it's not like that. So we have to be sending messages and letters to them to let them know. Are we ready for the next site? The sign in front says no more evictions. Cancellation of debt. After listening to Alejandra's testimony, how many women are fighting for our community stay there? And I cannot express enough how hard the volunteers in City Life Vida Urbana and the community have been working to pass the flyers there was not enough paper to distribute all the flyers that they wanted to distribute. Wow, look at that. It's so good. Please continue showing us the caravan. Francis is gonna give us her testimony, but we're gonna wait a little bit because there's a lot of noise with the caravan going by. That's so good. Where's Luis? Let us see Luis. This is amazing, incredible. There's Luis. We want all East Boston to hear the support of our community. Even the Mother Earth is screaming with us. That's why we have this storm, this rain. That's beautiful. Somebody has to tell us how many cars are taking part because we see a lot of them. This is beautiful. Please keep taking pictures to capture this moment. Somebody said that there are 30 cars taking part of the caravan, but I think there are more because I see so many of them. This is so incredible. So incredible. Okay, Francis, if you can tell us a little bit about your building. Yes, Andres. Oh, hi. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the building. We have been in this fight for 2 years, fighting not to be evicted with the former landlord. We tried for almost a year and 8 months. We were trying for him to sell the building to Noah, but it wasn't possible. So he sold to a predatory landlord who wants to make the building into condominiums. And of course, we think that his intention after that is to evict us. So I'm going to pass the word to somebody else to give his testimony. I think this is Francis' husband. I'm sorry I didn't get his name, but I'll get it in a sec. And he says his story is the same as Francis. They've been there for over 2 years fighting eviction. How are you? We continue fighting. We see that there are some reporters already interviewing Alejandra. We see that the caravan continues the route. And seems like the next stop is Suffolk Downs. We're on their way. And before the media gets to Luis' house, maybe we can interview him. I think we have a team to interview him.
¿Me repito lo que acabo de decir?
Sí, ya podemos escuchar de Luis su historia para aquellos que están viéndonos aquí en el Facebook Live. Podemos escuchar de Luis su historia.
They're interviewing Luis now.
So acá está Luis, él está viviendo en la calle La Lexington, atiende la Lexington.
Luis lives at 100 Lexington Street. Luis, please tell us about yourself. Yes, my name is Luis Erazo. I've been volunteer at City Life Vida Urbana for 2 years since I was a victim of eviction, of a case of eviction. And with all the things that I learned, I decided to stay with City Life Vida Urbana to support more people. And I've been helping, giving a lot of information to a lot of people. There's a lot of noise. But my neighbors supported me also in my fight. So all that makes you stronger. Since we are part of City Life Vida Urbana, and City Life Vida Urbana is known, very well known by a lot of people. What do you do as volunteer of the other organization? That was his previous case of eviction. It was very complicated for me because I was starting being involved with City Life Vida Urbana. I didn't know a lot. That's Luis' building at 100 Lexington Street, and next to it, both of them are going to be demolished in February. And we try to fight against that, but there are a lot of cases like this, and we're going to try to give them support with City Life Vida Urbana the same way we're helping Luis. We can see there how the fight impacts that was prevented. The demolition was prevented. So, and it's amazing how much we can do for the people with our fight together as communities. And that's the same situation of a lot of other people around.
Bien, okay. Estoy escuchando que la caravana todavía va camino a Suffolk Downs. Gracias.
The caravan is on its way to Suffolk Downs. Thank you, Francis and Alejandra, for sharing your testimonies. It's amazing to see all that and to hear all those stories, to see in our community all the support that they're giving each other and during all these years. And I hope these testimonies help for you to see live testimonies from people who have fought and been able to stay in their homes. It's very complicated right now because of the state of emergency and COVID. I think that, as Alejandra said, a lot of landlords want to raise their rent, and it's important to try to stop that. And also we want to extend the protections from the state of emergency for another year. Because these people are fighting for their homes and they're fighting for the whole neighborhood.
una gran felicitación a ellos.
I want to congratulate you guys because you are really doing a lot for each other. You are working hard as a community. So we're going to see how the Caravan is doing. We see also a lot of people in WhatsApp getting in touch through a lot of different ways.
Sabemos que de aquí en adelante la mayoría,
and we hope that going forward,
sabemos que aquí adelante la mayoría de testimonios van a ser en inglés, entonces
the testimonies are going to be in English.
Interpretar entre lo mejor que pueda, porque sé que el audio de pronto va a ser un poquito de un reto, so tenga paciencia con nosotros cuando lleguemos a esos otros testimonios.
What I'm going to do for the testimonies in English, I'm going to try to put the speakerphone to see if you can hear.
Okay.
If you hear a lot of interference, please let me know. So I switch to telling you what I'm hearing.
Qué bien, sabemos que hay personas tomando fotos.
A lot of people are taking pictures of the Caravan. Thanks a lot in advance.
Y bien, qué increíble toda nuestra comunidad. Es importante.
It's so incredible to see all our community. And I want you to know that yesterday we had a community driving through different cities in Boston. Also, it was incredible. And this shows that we are united, that Boston is united to Mattapan, Dorchester, Roxbury, Hyde Park, Jamaica Plain. All the working class is in a great fight to stay, to remain in our cities that we have built before all those developers came here to try to make profit. So we're working side to side, neighborhood to neighborhood, sending these messages today to the city, to the politicians, to let you know that we're not going to stop right now, because it's incredibly important to continue this fight and the displacement. Thank you all the people who are supporting us. The three Gabrielas in the organization. Thank you all the people supporting in the tenant associations. Right now, the people participating in Zoom, the people in the caravans. It's so good to see so many faces. Carolina, and get ready because the caravan is coming your way. This is a very exciting moment for all of us. Get ready because the caravan is approaching. If you can share pictures and videos, those people who are in Suffolk Downs. Let me see. I'm trying to move the screens. Brittany. We can see everybody with their umbrellas, but so happy. You can see the expression of their faces. This is amazing. The caravan is coming. Get ready and share your videos with us when they arrive, okay?
No, tranquilas, que ya pronto no me van a necesitar escuchar que pronto llega la caravana.
Ok, todavía ya no llegan, ¿vale?
Ya, pero ya pronto van en camino, ya están en camino. Bien. Estamos aquí por Facebook Live.
We're here through Facebook Live. Thank you for all the people who are watching. Thank you to all the people who are giving us their testimonies today. in showing the videos and sharing the campaign against Suffolk Downs. We see so many people. Hello, everyone. Your signs are beautiful.
Sí, qué bien. Ya va a llegar la caravana por allá y son muchos carros. Prepárense a hacer mucha bulla.
Get ready to make a lot of noise because a lot of cars are coming your way as part of the caravan, and they're going to be there very soon.
Qué bien. Wow, esa carretera la vamos a llenar completica de carros.
We're going to fill all that road with cars in a moment. This is a very massive fight that the town of East Boston has organized, and they have been also fighting against the project for Suffolk Downs so hard to make part of it affordable. So we don't think these are parts of the caravan. Oh, yeah, they are. Yay, long term. Stability, housing stability. So they're parking, waiting for the rest of the caravan because more cars are coming. It's incredible to see all the support through the whole city of Boston arriving to the neighborhood in East Boston. This is so powerful. We want to share a video with you, but first we want to see the caravan approaching and get some testimonies. This is so incredible. Wow. 50 and 30. 50% affordable at 30% income. How are you? We're well. We're going to wait for the caravan to take testimonies. Please wait a little bit, okay? We want to hear about the fight at Suffolk Downs. They're at the Suffolk Downs station under the rain. But we're here well in the fight. The fight that is needed now. That's a great engagement. Thank you so much for all your dedication. Oh, no, you're welcome. It's our pleasure. We have to support our brothers and sisters. And it's the only way to see the changes that we need to become reality. They already went through Orient Heights, so they're gonna be there very soon. The caravan is coming. This is such an incredible action with cars and not even COVID-19 can stop the people in their fight. This is a very happy moment for all of us. We're going to interview more people from our neighborhood in East Boston. I can see some very nice pictures. This is awesome. I hope I can share with you the pictures that I'm receiving right now. They're so beautiful from people in front of the house of Luis.
Pero bien. Ya está llegando nuestra gente.
Our people are getting there. Please be ready for the caravan.
Qué bien. Veo otras personas agregándose.
I see other people gathering. Welcome. Thank you for your support. We've been already for through Gulf Street, Maverick, Lexington. We heard the testimony of 3 buildings, 3 tenant associations. And we saw the caravan that formed, that has gone through Orient Heights already, and they're going to be in Suffolk Downs momentarily. And we're going to see the video of from Brittany. Thank you, Brittany, from all the cars who are driving through from the caravan.
Okay. Estoy esperando a ver si llega la caravana.
While the caravan arrives,
creo que tenemos un video.
I think we have a short video of the fight in Maverick, and Mike is going to share with us. Oh no, hold on, Mike. I think the caravan is coming. We're not sure if the caravan arrived.
Oh, no le puedo quitar el mute. Mike, ¿le puedes quitar el mute a Britney? No me deja. Es todo. ¿Ya llegó la caravana?
We're trying to find out if the caravan arrived.
De bomberos en Orient Heights llegan en 3 minutos.
Oh, they'll be there in 3 minutes. They just passed the fire station in Orient Heights.
Qué bien.
That's awesome.
Qué amor les mando a todo el pueblo.
I send you all my love
Ya van llegando.
to everybody in East Boston. What a great fight. I'm sending to the people in the caravan a message to make sure they're making noise.
Dicen que están a 1 minuto.
They said they're 1 minute away.
Dicen que están a un minuto. Gracias, Mike.
1 minute. Thank you, Mike, for having the video ready, but not to have to stop the video. We're gonna wait on that. We're gonna please unmute Brittany, Mike, so we can hear all the noise. Yay! They arrived. I'm going to put the speakerphone for a second so you can hear more of the noise. That's awesome. Wow, so many. That's incredible.
Wow. Mike, si podemos ver el video de Britney, gracias.
Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's are beautiful images. A long line of cars participating in this beautiful caravan, giving support to our communities today in Boston, in different parts of Boston, and today in East Boston, and also we're going to a few other places. This is so incredible. I wanted to read to you something, but I don't know if I have time. But let me see. This is these are people engaged with the fight. So exciting and touching for all of us. It's incredible. Yeah, still more cars are going through. So many of them. And people are screaming, so happy and horning. They're so happy. Okay, Brittany, tell us a little bit about the fight at Suffolk Downs. We're here at Suffolk Downs, very close to the train station. That also, it's a very big property. It has like 160 acres. This is a property where horses used to race, and they want to build a lot of residences. And from HYM, they want at least 10,000 units in East Boston, which is probably double what we have right now. It's a very dense community, and we are demanding right now that they make more conscious and to make it more affordable for us. Because to be honest, they're all going to be luxurious residences. And those people who can move there are going to be very few, and that's not going to represent East Boston at all. So we want to be heard, and we are demanding. I don't know if you can see. We want a minimum of 50% of affordable housing. And for them, affordable is people who make $70,000 or more dollars a year. But that is not what reflects a reality. So for the reality here in East Boston are people who make $30,000 a year. So that's what the average in East Boston. So what they're saying is affordable doesn't represent East Boston. So that's what we're asking. And also, on top of that, we want that from all the money that they make, don't make it just to go back to their pockets, but to create a fund. So some of that money can go back to the community and can be used to improve parks or to bring different programs to our community. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for sharing. That's awesome. Wow, all that rain and our people are outside giving support. Thank you all who are in Suffolk Town and the people in the caravans. This is so incredible. This is so powerful. It looks, how I would love to be there with you right now in the rain. Everybody, we all would love to be there right now, but we have to be put for now. Okay, now we're going to see Juana's testimony, who is another volunteer leader in City Life, Vida Urbana. It's a huge building with that used to have, they had 10 units there, and they still there, and they have reached an agreement to have some improvements because the conditions were very poor before. And so we're going to see the video now. Thank you all for being with us. Please mute your phones because I hear some background and I can a little bit, please. Thank you. My hope is that you touch your hearts a little bit at human beings, and to see the possibility of think of the elderly who live in East Boston with low income. They have tears in their eyes for all of these projects that are very expensive, very pricey, and we're not against the improvements to the city. It would be very nice to see a city beautiful, but never forget about the people who are low income, especially the elderly who wouldn't have where to go otherwise. And I've seen a lot of tears rolling. That's so powerful. Thank you, Mike, for the video. Let's remember that we see a lot of this from our members, that they extend the fight beyond their own buildings to help our community, because we have the condition is terrible because those developers don't stop even when they see all these vulnerable people and all these elderly and people with special needs. We've heard a lot of cases that with people, with families who are going through a lot of situations, and they don't respect our rights, and they're just buying properties in the community without thinking twice about evicting people. They don't care if they have to evict people through their business. And we had to create this resistance in our communities and to extend the fight, to fight for our communities, not just for everybody for their own case. But this is a community fight. So, Mike, if you can share the video of other examples of how we can fight of these people who were able to stay in their homes paying the same rent that they were paying before after a year. We need that stability that doesn't make us nervous constantly of not being able to pay the rent month to month, because we don't know when there's gonna be another race. After the back wall of their building collapsed last Friday, they took refuge in the basement of a church. One day, coming from work, the area was, there were ribbons, and the police was there. They didn't let us come in to get our stuff. They brought us to hotels. And we were very uncomfortable during all that time, living in the hotel. Right now, the landlord refuses for us to continue staying here. We've been here for a couple of months. We're getting all our stuff together and getting ready to move out.
They set up a temporary shelter at a church.
They're preparing a temporary shelter for us at 28 Paris Street. At a church.
Constant movement is really bad for the development, and we have 8 of them and like 20 adults.
We have many children and like 20 adults.
Wow, qué poderoso. Esa es la campaña de un edificio en Boston que el desarrollador estaba haciendo construcción sin permiso.
The landlord in this building started construction in his building without getting the permission from the city, and so he started with one wall, and what happened? The wall behind collapsed. Y no fue sino hasta el año pasado, después de casi 5 años, que finalmente tuvieron una resolución con el dueño. And after 4 or 5 years, finally they could get a resolution on this. En ese momento, y fue mucho, fue to compensate the families for all the suffering that they had to go through for all that time. Some of them even stayed in those conditions for up to 6 months, and it was something very hard to see. It was very hard to see all the youth in that situation. And the developers didn't care, not before, not during, never. And he never took responsibility. But again, with all the testimonies, we got organized in the community, and we fought, and we were very persistent and made the law to be make him responsible.
The wall completely collapsed. So basically we were displaced to a hotel in Chelsea, and then we were displaced again to a hotel in Revere.
Yes, we can.
First of all, hotels never will feel like home, and it's just hard. It's really hard. Yeah.
¿Cuál es su nombre?
You respect my family. I need to tell the landlord of this building to please transfer us to a place where we can have comfort. He's trying to charge us for a rent that we cannot pay. Up with the people. down with the rent.
Lo que quiero es justa renta. Lo que quiero es justa renta. Ese es mi vecindario.
This is my neighborhood.
Y los apartamentos no valían lo que él estaba pidiendo, que $2,000, que 1,800, lo que a él se le daba su gana, y no era justo para
The landlord was raising the rent by whatever amount he felt like, and that wasn't fair for us. He wanted to raise the rent from $1,200 to $1,800, and it was full of pets, unwanted pets like bed bugs and roaches, and also everything was in very poor conditions, and he still wanted to charge us all that rent, increase the rent so much. The lights in the basement were connected to get the electricity because there was a bakery before, and they were making small businesses there, building some small businesses, and he was taking the electricity from the basement for the locals that they were building there, commercial spaces that they were building there.
I just feel it's really low of them to do that. And I understand, like, oh yeah, it's corporations, capitalism.
So,
but it's just like, at the end of the day, it's people.
We understand that they're businesses and they're capitalists, but at the end of the day, they're people, and we are people.
Qué video tan poderoso. Otra vez, otro video mostrándonos la lucha de Maverick.
So this video was very powerful, and these are all the things that these families had to go through, where it was so obvious that the landlord had the responsibility of this whole wall collapsing, and he was avoiding responsibility, or the management that was in charge of this building. Nobody was taking responsibility. We want. We have a video of Lingway right now on the screen. Hi to everybody. It's amazing to see all the support from one neighborhood to another. They have signs, incredible signs. We want to be relocated.
Ya llegó la caravana, qué bien. No, creo que son carros simplemente apoyando. Qué bien, vean.
We want the flea market to be relocated. What else? A lot of children are here.
Voy a chequear con aquellos que
they have this, the noodles. Everybody is holding noodles. It's incredible.
Que llegan en aproximadamente 6 minutos.
Oh, they're arriving in 6 minutes.
Están llegando. Wow, tanta gente. Prepárense para hacer bulla.
Get ready to make noise. Wow, a lot of people gathering together. They're 4 minutes away.
Resaltar una y mil veces. Ya están llegando al puente y ahí venir a punto de empezar en el expressway.
They're getting to Lane, to the bridge in Lane, about to go to the expressway.
Qué bien, nuestra comunidad allá afuera apoyando de East Boston hasta Lynn.
All these people supporting, going from East Boston to Lynn. This is so powerful. After this caravan goes by, we're going to show a short video about the fight in Lynn. We know that the flea market in Lynn has been like a vital commerce place in Lynn, and for the whole community, it's important that because they want to develop this place, these people can be relocated, which is very important for the Lynn community. They want a year more, one more year to be relocated. They have these wonderful signs and the noodles. People from Guatemala are giving support, their support, also from Puerto Rico. Please help. I cannot read the sign because they're moving so much, but I'm trying to get as much as possible. The caravan is arriving right now. How many people are gathered there? I think more than over 50. It's amazing to see all that support. Francis, tell us what you see over there.
Francis, cuéntanos un poco de lo que estás viendo allá.
I think Francis cannot hear us.
Se puso el mute, no creo que nos escucha muy bien. Pero wow, tenemos más de 50 personas en
Yeah, she's muted. She doesn't hear us. And it's amazing because we have over 50 people gathered. And right now the caravan is coming with all the people who were coming from the caravan at the beginning, plus the people in the other tenant association buildings. We're not going to be quiet. We're not going to... No silence here about what's happening. Francis, we're trying to get Francis' attention to tell us what's happening. Let's see. They're a minute away.
Okay, qué bien.
They're coming. Get ready, they're coming. They arrived. Yay, they're here. Woo! Steve acaba de pasar. Steve Meckham. Wow. They're repeating relocation. Relocation.
run now.
So there's a lot of the businesses here at the flea market, or maybe I guess all of them are being evicted. And during the moratorium. But they're asking to have a grace period of 1 year. They want justice. COVID already hurted their businesses. And now that they can open, the landlord is not letting them. Relocation. We want justice. Again, we are in Lynn right now, Lynn Way. We already, the Caravan already went through Suffolk Downs, in Lexington Street, in Maverick, in Gove, in East Boston. Yay, Gabs! Ronell!
Wow. I think someone's giving testimony, Mike. Can we unmute Francis? Oh, wait, no, never mind. Yeah, let's just unmute her for safety. I think there's good audio there. Wow, ahí están organizándose allá en Lynn, increíble.
We see them getting organized in Lynn. It's amazing.
Sorry.
Tranquila, queremos escuchar todo el audio de la gente allá celebrando.
We want to hear all the audio from what's happening there, all the noise.
Por el chat. Wow, increíble.
And we also have a lot of people gathered in Malden already.
Wow, qué poderoso eso.
This is so powerful. All of this. We're here to push that the legislation allowed housing stability, and that's all I could get. She was kind of far, but that was Gab from City Life with Urbana. Steve!
Steve, they say hi to you.
Steve, the one and only.
Ahí vamos a escuchar testimonios.
We're gonna hear some testimonies now. I want to say congratulations to all of you because you're fighting for your rights.
Francis, si te puedes hacer más cerca.
All of this fell down and we built it back up. This was our work. We want that they have to stop all the developers to build luxurious housings and think about all of us. Thank you all for helping. If we work together in all of our cities, because this fight is to make the cities for all of us. This is our movement, people. We have to keep fighting. They can stop us for a moment, but we're going to continue fighting. Now we're going to give the opportunity to talk to an organization that comes from very far, who came to support the Latinos. With you, City Life, Vida Urbana. Hi to everyone. We're here to support our communities because we are against the evictions, and we're going to give you support that we have to fight for something better and something after the moratorium. And remember that when we fight, we win. What's a moratorium? It's a temporary ban to evictions of tenants and small owners and businesses. We shall not be moved. Thank you, City Life Vida Urbana. Thank you for your support. I want to remind you that this fight is going to stop here today, but we're going to continue at the City Hall. When? They're going to the City Hall to tell the mayor that we need to be relocated. And so we're going to be there on Thursday from 10 a.m. on. And a lot of business owners from Lane are coming to take part too. So please join us on Thursday because this is an injustice. We all are going to go in front of the City Hall. This fight is far from being over. In the opposite. We're going to continue fighting so we can get the time that we need. The sooner the city acts, we need the time to be relocated. The city has not said anything about this. We're not moving out of here until we get the right decision. We want to thank you all for fighting with us. We are all one voice. We're asking for justice. We're not asking for money. Make noise. I want to thank everybody who came here today because we've been fighting from day one until now, and this adds to the strength. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, because we know that we're going to be heard. I hope that we can all be together on Thursday at 10 a.m. in front of the City Hall. With us giving us support all together. Thursday from 10 a.m. City Life has an announcement. We apologize, but we still have 2 more stops.
Remember, our next stop is
So we're going to 84 Linden in Malden. So we have to go. Oh. So they're organizing how they're gonna get there. Thank you, Gabriela. Thank you. They're so happy. We are also happy. There's a guy who's been there for over 40 years. Over 4,000 customers come here every week to buy from us. So we want the mayor of Lynn to face us and tell us how he's going to put us in the middle of the street. We need time to get another place before we're put on the streets. We're fighting the injustice. If we want, we can. If we want, we can. We want justice. And they're chanting justice, justice. I think the Caravan is getting ready to leave again. This is incredible. All the people in Lynn. This is absolutely amazing. Honestly, seems like there are 100 people there. It's an amazing support. So for us to know more about what's happening there, we're going to share with you a small video. That Mike is sharing with us from the flea market, as we all know it in Lynn. They're saying if there's a negotiation, they're going to let us stay for a year. That's what we're asking. Nobody moves. Stay where you are. Please mute yourself. We have the attorney from Boston Legal Services helping us out. Please mute yourself. I hear somebody unmuted and it's creating distraction. Thank you. We cannot be evicted right now during the moratorium. Nobody can be evicted. Get together. Come up with strategies. Let's fight together. We're going to be present. The problem that you have here now, there's a lot of noise. It's very hard. The people are going to defend themselves, and the more we are, the stronger we are. If we are united, we are stronger. We have a voice, but we have to make it have a value. Do not be intimidated. We're gonna crash a car. Let's crash it with all we have. Regardless of what they want to build here, they have to relocate us, and they have to resolve our situation. This fight is not going to be over in a year, even if they give us a year.
Creo que estoy, wow, perdón. Wow. Sé que tenemos a Francis con algunos de los vendedores allá.
We have Francis with some of the merchants to give testimony.
Sí, dame un segundo. Perfecto. Francis, muéstranos a aquellos vendedores y que nos cuenten sus historias.
Aquí están unos vendedores que nos van a dar testimonio.
Okay, we're going to get some testimonies from the merchants who are going to share with us what they want.
Yo tengo 25 años aquí.
I've been here for 25 years at the flea market, and my friend here is 30 years.
Y eso hace como 10 días que
and 10 days ago, more or less, the landlord started asking us for money. And then suddenly he said, this is not going to continue anymore. And he sent notices to quit. And we know that's illegal because there is protection until August. You don't tell the kids at school, okay, it's time, take your books and go home. This is not something that you can tell the people suddenly. You have to give some time. You have to give at least 1 year. This took us by surprise, and we told him to relocate us, to send us somewhere else. There's some people here have been working at this place for over 40 years. If we can be relocated, we can take our stuff out of here and put it there. A place where we can continue working. We know, we understand if we cannot stay here any longer. But we need another place to continue selling. If we've been here for all this time, all these years, we just ask for the opportunity. If they want to help us, really? They can resolve this very fast. There are a lot of vacant spaces where they can send us. What we're looking for is a relocation and help. Because we have to support our families, and also we don't have any place to bring our stuff. For them to tell us now that we have to leave immediately. So we just asking for help, and we have to continue this fight. Thank you. Oh. These are the testimonies from some of the merchants from Lynn. Thank you so much, Francis. Thank you to all the merchants for informing us about your fight, what's going on there, to be able to support you in the future. It's incredible how after 25, 30 years of helping to build and to help the economy in Lynn, and how crucial that market has been since 40 years ago, for them not to have consideration of all the help that they've given to improve the economy. 400 merchants leave from their sales at the flea market. And how many families, how many children are being impacted by this? It's so incredible that these developers want to just build more projects, not even caring about the families and the communities and the people who live there, or the businesses that they're buying, and they just want to evict the people. And we just have these communities who live and work to take care of their families. So we're going to be more informed about what's happening in Lynn, to be able to give you more support in the future, to support the merchants at the flea market on Linway. So I know that Mike has a short video for us, a small announcement from City Life Vida Urbana. Mike? There's a displacement crisis in Boston, and a lot of tenants are losing their homes. City Life is an organization of over 46 years old, and we can put you in contact with free legal assistance and help you to fight against no-cost eviction. So you can go to 28 Paris Street, very close to Maverick Station, to our meetings that now are being online through Zoom. It's beautiful. We saw a lot of the leaders, very important leaders of City Life with Urbana, among them Annette, who is been very dedicated to our community so they can stay in the neighborhood. Also, we have some pictures about what happened this weekend, not only today, but yesterday. Please share the pictures with us. Oh, well, we get more testimonies.
Okay.
So we're watching pictures.
Wow,
Steve. He's so adorable. That's another building fighting. That's 6 Humphreys in Boston.
Wow. Este es en el Fairlawn.
This is Fairlawn. These pictures right now are from yesterday's action.
Wow, necesitamos más letreros así en Boston. Qué increíble.
We need more signs like those in East Boston. That's incredible. Cancel COVID, evictions, and foreclosures. Real justice, racial justice, equal housing justice. So this is what we're fighting for, that what we're pushing for in the legislation. We know this fight is for us together as tenants and small owners. And those are the donuts. We need them.
Wow, qué belleza con tus letreros. Creo que esa es Judy. Si la estoy
Yeah, Judy. Looks like Judy.
Wow.
Also, yesterday was Pride Day.
La propiedad en downtown Boston por.
That's a property in downtown Boston.
Que tiene era de una iglesia que tenía mujeres viviendo allá
in Fenway.
Y han estado luchando para permanecer.
LOGH. This building has had for so many years women living there, and they've been fighting also eviction for a long time. Oh, the caravan got there. This is a video that they're sharing with us on the screen, and you can see it. This is amazing.
Wow, qué increíble.
How incredible. We're gonna share while we finish watching this video the information about the legislation, the act to guarantee housing stability. I want to shout out to Mike for all his effort, because being in charge of this project is not easy. Now we're looking at pictures from Maverick Street. The people living there are facing, trying to fight eviction against CRM, City Realty Management. Well, look at that. That's Louis' home, outside of Louis' home. That's Gab's. Oh my God, that's a beautiful picture. I want to frame it.
Wow. Ahí estamos viendo a aquellos que estaban apoyando.
We're looking at the people giving support in Lynn.
Que estamos viendo un desarrollo ahí que quiere desalojar a los vendedores, más de 400 vendedores.
Over 400 merchants are facing eviction. They've helped the economy of Lynn for so many years, and now they just want to get rid of them. So we have to support that fight. We heard some testimonies from them, and now we know that the Caravan is going to Malden. And while we get there, we're going to see if we can have any visual to talk a little bit about the legislation. Seems like we're going to read it. For those of you who don't know, we have worked in the housing justice very hard with City Life with Urbana, protecting the rights of both tenants and small landlords. So thanks to the fight of many of us, we got a moratorium that was signed by the governor in Massachusetts, and that included to close the courts, because with all the people gathering at the courts, that the COVID could get to pass to a lot of people very fast. So it was unfair to have to pick between attending your case at the court of having your health and your family's health. So they were thinking about the idea of closing the courts, and then there were protests and demands, petitions, even university professors, a lot of people. So until the city said, okay, we're going to close down the courts. And there are not going to be evictions for now, but we want something more serious. So now we want to make sure that the evictions for no payment are not going to happen. Only evictions, emergency cases where somebody's life or safety are at risk. But those evictions have a due date sometime in August, and it's to the discretion of the governor to extend it. Right now, we're telling the legislators that time is not enough. It's not enough it's not enough either to put everything on the hands of the governor. So we have organized to demand a guarantee in housing, and we want them to cancel the payments, the payments that were not made during the emergency. And also we need protections for a whole year. And that the no payment during the state of emergency cannot be a reason for eviction, because we had to stay home. We couldn't work, so we couldn't make the money to pay the rent. So we're pushing for also the rent freeze. And we want this to stay in effect for 12 months following the end of the emergency declaration. So that means that if the state of emergency ends at the end of September, we would need 12 months after that. So through September 2021. And also, it would be impossible to make us responsible for the payment of rents, knowing that the jobs are not coming back overnight. And we need protections. If they think that this is critical for the economies of their neighborhoods. And create protections to freeze rents. We are accumulating a lot of debt in our families with all the situation going on. And we also want to make sure the small businesses in the small owners know that we are all in the same fight. We want also all the foreclosures to be suspended. If they couldn't pay their mortgages during COVID in 12 months after the state of emergency. We need everybody to have this protection. Because if they couldn't collect their rents either, it would be unfair to be facing foreclosure when we are all suffering from the consequences of this state of emergency. So we have to protect the small owners as well. They're a vital part of our communities, and we are demanding a deferment program, so the people who could not pay their mortgages don't have that accumulated as debt right now, but is added at the end of the mortgage agreement. So we don't have an accumulation, ridiculous accumulation of debt at the end of the state of emergency that we cannot pay. So we're asking for the banks and the companies who own the mortgages not to charge them after the state of emergency. We want to guarantee that our neighborhoods and cities are protected from this legislation and to extend it to guarantee that this is going to protect the economies in our cities. Not only to think of the benefit of the big corporations. Right now, they just want to evict a lot of people so they can change our cities completely in our neighborhoods. Also, I'm going to make a small pause. I know Mike has a video about Suffolk Down, and then we're going to talk about Mike Connolly, but we're going to put a pause on that. The big corporations are going to benefit if a lot of people get evicted. Mike, if you can show the video of Suffolk Down. Thank you. Suffolk Downs. Give us a second, please.
Nosotros estamos demandando en el proyecto el 20% del proyecto que sea accesible al 30% del año, es decir, al 20%.
Andres in this video is telling everybody in the meeting that we want at least 50% of affordable housing in Suffolk Downs at 30% income levels, which is people who make $30,000 a year, as we said before. They haven't proposed one single school in there. So how are you bringing a family or families there if there are no schools? You need a lot of time to think to find another apartment, but they have to think about the communities. I received the news as a cold bucket of water on me. To pay a high rent when there's no money to feed our families. If we continue like this, our children will not have any future. They're going to become parasites of the society, and we want the best for them. If we have fought, and we want something better for them. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Mayra. I live in East Boston. I worry so much about all those new buildings they're building here. I've been living in East Boston for a long time. It's very good that new constructions are coming, but they're raising the rents. I'm sorry. And it's very unfair only to think about real estate benefits. They should just be selling houses, not apartments. So if an apartment is worth $2,500, they want 4 times that. Where are we going to get the money from if we don't have it? So for us to be able to get an apartment through a real estate company, we would have to live with a lot of people. I see on the cell phone that the Caravan is about 10 minutes from Malden, where there are a lot of people resisting. And I know that we have a state rep from Cambridge, Mike Connolly, who's going to join the conversation. I'm going to interview him. I just need the I'm looking at the chat box for you guys to let me know when he comes, when he's in the call. Okay, we have a video from Malden. Hi to everybody. Mike Connolly is from Somerville. Andres said from Cambridge, and he apologizes for that. So I heard that the Caravan is about 10 minutes from arriving. It's incredible. Okay, Rep Connolly is on the call. Welcome, good to see you. I'm going to put the speakerphone because this is going to be an interview in English.
So just please be kind to me and go a little slow and speak as clearly as you can so that I can do that for you. Para todos,
so, he's going to talk to us a little bit about the legislation of Phase 2.
Well, hey, how's it going, Andres? Thanks for having me. Really excited at the action that's happening this weekend, and
muy feliz por la acción que se está haciendo este fin de semana.
And grateful for the work that City Life and everyone here is doing.
If you hear this okay, give me a signal, please.
In the newspaper today, in the Boston Globe, there's a big report about the need to prevent evictions this summer.
Y como vimos en el reportaje del Boston Globe, hay una necesidad bien enorme de prevenir.
If you can hear Rep Connolly well, let me know. If you can't, I can tell you what he's saying.
The issue of displacement and eviction, it isn't distributed equitably, but it impacts people of color and Black people and Latinx people more than anyone else.
Y sabemos que este es un tema crítico porque el tema de desalojo impacta a todo el mundo, que impacta a los colores, a comunidad de manera mucho más grave que otras comunidades. Sabemos que esto también tiene un impacto injusto.
So this is at this time when so many people are talking about racial justice and about ending systemic racism, we have a real opportunity right now to stop evictions and in that way work toward true racial justice.
Wow, y de esta manera sabemos que
this part is in consecutive mode, so we have to wait between comments so Andres can interpret into Spanish. Thank you for your patience.
And so, that's what I think is so powerful about the partnership that we're forming with legislators like myself and these housing justice organizations like City Life, Lynn United, Springfield No One Leaves, the Chinese Progressive Association, and so many others.
Y esto es lo que me parece que es muy poderoso.
now is I'll talk about the legislation that we are filing this week to address these issues.
Entonces voy a estar hablando un poco de la legislación que vamos a estar sometiendo esta semana para enfrentar estos problemas.
And this is legislation myself and the House Housing Chairman, Kevin Honan, will be filing in the House.
Esto es una propuesta de ley que yo y el camarero o el encargado del Comité de Vivienda, Mike Conley, y Kevin Honan van a estar introduciendo a la Cámara de Representantes.
And we've worked closely with numerous of our colleagues, particularly want to acknowledge and recognize Rep. Nika Aligardo from Jamaica Plain.
Y hemos trabajado muy fuertemente y con mucha colaboración con otros colegas en la Cámara de Representantes, incluyendo a Nika Aligardo, representante de Jamaica Plain.
We're also working closely with Senator Pat Jalen in Somerville and dozens of others.
Y también estamos trabajando fuertemente con el senador Pat Jalen y decenas de otros.
So this legislation will do numerous things. It will, first and foremost, cancel rent as the basis of eviction. And so what we're saying is if people owe back rent, they should not be evicted. Even in the future, if they can't pay their rent now, we want to protect them from ever being evicted as a result of an inability to pay during COVID-19.
Entonces, esta legislación es por eso precisamente tan importante, porque queremos nosotros evitar que...
I hope you can hear this well. If you hear any interference, somebody can unmute yourselves and let me know, and I can repeat what Rep. Connolly is saying. Otherwise, we'll continue hearing directly to his voice. Thank you.
Now, in addition, we want to freeze the rents during this time of emergency, and so that would mean no rent increases for at least another year.
Y encima de eso queremos congelar la renta, es decir, que no puedan subir la renta por un año más de cuando se termine el estado de emergencia.
On top of that, we want just cause protections. And so that will mean that even if your lease expires, you'll be able to continue with your tenancy, even if you're not offered a new lease.
Y encima de eso, queremos incluir protecciones de causa justa para que no puedan ser desalojados aún.
And of course, our legislation would ban any sorts of late fees or negative credit reporting. We don't want people harmed.
Y claro, nuestra legislación prohibiría cualquier tipo de reporte negativo al crédito, a la historia crediticia de las personas que no han podido pagar durante este periodo. Porque no quiero lo que...
And then finally, on the tenant side, we would also create protections against collection activity by establishing housing court as the exclusive jurisdiction for any of
I hear somebody's background.
And we do that because housing court is a more favorable venue.
Please mute yourself.
For tenants.
Y encima de todo eso también precavidos y cautelosos con cómo se pueda colectar el dinero que estamos mencionando en este momento. Y lo que queremos hacer con esta legislación, con esta propuesta de ley, es que la Corte de Vivienda sea el lugar donde tengan que ir para colectar esta deuda. De esa manera asegurar que la Corte que es más favorable para estas cosas en términos de inquilinos sea la que administre cómo se van a pagar estas deudas.
So those are the protections in our new bill for tenants, but we also want to provide relief for all So next I'll talk about protections for homeowners and landlords.
Esas son las protecciones para inquilinos, pero también queremos asegurar tener protecciones para todos. Yo próximamente quiero hablar de protecciones para pequeños propietarios.
So first and foremost, we plan to have a ban on foreclosures. We currently do have a foreclosure moratorium. We call on the governor and our colleagues to extend that moratorium for an additional year.
Primero, y lo más importante es que podamos extender la prohibición de embargos a pequeños propietarios. Ahorita mismo tenemos una prohibición de embargos, pero que queremos extenderla a un año después de que el estado de emergencia se levante.
Next, we will also extend the mortgage deferment program. So if somebody has a mortgage, they will be able to not pay their mortgage payments now, and then they can tack any missed payments onto the very end of the mortgage, likely several years into the future.
Y siguiente, queremos ahorita poder extender el programa de deferimiento, ¿no? Que es importante lo reconozcamos en inglés por la palabra deferment. Y esa palabra es importante reconocer en inglés porque lo que eso implica es que los bancos permitan que pequeños propietarios puedan poner estos pagos que no han podido hacer al final del préstamo y extender la vida del préstamo unos años más y no tener que pagar toda esa deuda de frente en este momento.
And not only will this deferment be available for homeowners themselves, but we're going to make it available for landlords who occupy their buildings and have up to 15 units of housing.
Y no solo estamos haciendo estos programas elegibles para pequeños propietarios, sino hasta para propietarios que tienen hasta 15 unidades de vivienda.
But to the extent we provide protections to landlords, we will also require them to, in turn, extend protections to their own tenants.
Pero también es importante que mientras queremos proteger a pequeños propietarios, esa protección se la queremos dar en cambio de que también extiendan esas mismas protecciones a sus inquilinos. Es decir, que un propietario que beneficie de las protecciones también se las tenga que extender a los inquilinos.
In addition, we will create a fund that will help with making landlords whole and will help mitigate any outstanding debts that tenants or homeowners may have.
Encima de eso, queremos crear un fondo que puede ayudar a mitigar cualquier deuda que inquilinos o dueños todavía tengan.
And finally, we will create an oversight committee that will involve both legislators and also, very importantly, the people who are most impacted by displacement to ensure that the funds that we're able to receive will be distributed in a way that will benefit those who need them most.
Y también queremos hacer un sistema para los fondos que los distribuya de una manera en que aseguremos que aquellos que lo necesitan más, los más necesitados, sean los que reciban los fondos.
So that is a quick overview of legislation that we intend to file this week. And just so everyone knows, this is legislation that City Life has been actively involved in crafting for the past 3 months. We've been working on this.
Y esta es legislación que tenemos toda la intención de proponer esta semana como propuesta de ley, esta semana. Y para que todos sepamos, esta ha sido una propuesta de ley que Vida Urbana ha sido esencial en ayudar a crear y promover. Entonces ha sido un esfuerzo muy grande.
Yay!
So, Andres, I see we have a Linden Ave update at 3:47. Would you care for me to talk more? Do you have any questions, or what can I do here?
Yeah, I think, Representative, if you could talk to us a little bit about why
this idea of having one bill that both protects tenants and homeowners is so critical to how this legislation moves. Solo le estoy preguntando al representante que nos hable un poco de por qué esta legislación que protege tanto inquilino como pequeño propietario es tan crítico que tenga esos dos pedazos esas dos visiones de protección.
Well, that's a great question, and the simple answer is that we need to bring people together, not divide people. So this isn't an us versus them. This is saying we are going to provide relief for all.
Eso es importante porque queremos asegurar que el mensaje que estemos mandando es que queremos proteger a inquilinos y propietarios, que no es un nosotros contra ellos, ni ellos contra nosotros, sino que todos necesitamos protección en este momento y unidos lo podemos lograr.
So that means when we craft legislation, we're thinking about renters, we're thinking about homeowners, we're thinking about small landlords, and we want to ensure that there's justice for all involved, and we think that's the best way to ensure housing stability for everyone.
Y porque creemos que cuando nosotros debemos hacer legislaciones, estamos buscando por leyes que protejan a inquilinos como pequeños propietarios, como propietarios que viven en sus edificios, porque esos son las partes vitales de nuestra comunidad y queremos justicia para todos ellos.
This is how we presented the eviction and foreclosure moratorium, was by pairing the interests of renters, homeowners, and even small owner-occupant landlords, and we're looking to build on that success with this next legislation we're filing this week.
Esta fue la manera en que nosotros pudimos pasar el moratorio, haciendo una narrativa y una propuesta de ley que unía los intereses de inquilinos como propietarios en vez de la tradición de tenerlos divididos, y en realidad mover juntos una plataforma, y fuimos muy exitosos en eso. Entonces queremos construir y continuar con ese éxito, haciendo el mismo modelo para las protecciones que queremos profundizar.
And ultimately, we need to establish that housing is a human right, and we need to win a program of guaranteed housing for all people.
Y fundamentalmente tenemos que establecer que en nuestro estado haya vivienda como un derecho humano y que haya una garantía de vivienda para todos los que vivan en nuestro estado. Well, thank you, Representative. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited that you're doing this, and we'll see you soon.
No, a usted. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you.
That was awesome. That's our state representative, Mike Connolly, with this legislation proposal that they're presenting this week with Kevin Hannan that pretends to unite the necessities of tenants and small owners together, not to see them as a separate matters, but as a whole, tenants and small owners together. This we want that this is not a great opportunity for those big corporations to buy buildings and evict the tenants. We don't want more evictions. We don't want more foreclosures. We want our communities to be protected and that the big corporations don't come now to abuse our communities. So thanks a lot to Mike Connolly from Somerville, our state representative from Somerville. And we know that the Caravan is about to get to the last stop. So we're just waiting for them to get there. We see that more than 40 people are there gathering already to greet the cars who are coming. So you can go to the Facebook page from City Life with Urbana to see how you can support this act. Look at that. This is the last stop. A lot of people are there waiting already in Somerville. We are at 19 Central. I can't believe this. With musicians and everything. American mariachis and everything. I have never seen this before. Oh, what a beautiful view. Look how we organize this movement of housing justice from East Boston to Suffolk Downs to Lynn to Somerville to Malden to Lynn to Malden, from Malden to Somerville. This is amazing. Okay, I think we already have the camera on. If we can have also the audio. We're in Malden. I'm sorry, the interpreter said Somerville. We are in Malden. The Caravan is in Malden, ladies and gentlemen. We can hear some noise. Let's see.
Wow. Hasta Malden hemos llegado.
We got all the way to Malden. Perdón, we are in front of 84 Linden in Malden. I want to correct the previous information. So while they start the interviews and the comments here, I just want to share with you that the landlord here wanted to make huge rent increases, same as at 33 Park Street. We see the Caravan more scattered right now. We're looking for other testimonies. We need some testimonies from you guys. Okay, the Caravan. They're so happy. We need somebody from Malden who's willing to be interviewed.
Anybody out there? I think it's a lot of noise, so maybe they're not hearing us just yet. No nos están escuchando todavía. Mucho ruido por allá. Estamos buscando que nos hablen un poquito de la lucha que hay allá.
We want them to talk to us about a little bit about the fight over there. Maybe somebody from City Life Havana can send them somebody there a text message so they can share with us some information? Steve, we're looking for testimony, Steve. Right on time.
Yep, I'm connected to it right here. Yep. Yeah.
Perfecto.
Sure. Courtney, you want to hop on with me? Sure. Cool. Got it.
Courtney.
Awesome. Muy bien. Hi, all. How you doing?
Yeah, Amy, Kevin, come on now, everybody.
So this is going to be testimony in English, so I'm just going to put the speakerphone next to the screen.
So I'm going to be interpreting for y'all so folks on this line can understand in Spanish what y'all are saying. So I've been going for a couple hours now, and my voice is lagging. So be patient with me, and if you could speak a little slowly just so that I can be there, and maybe speak in little chunks, like 15-second chunks, so that I can really capture everything that you're saying. Other than that, I'm going to just give a quick intro for y'all, and then I'm going to cue you back up. So todos aquí estamos con las compañeras de Molden, que acaban de ver pasar la caravana, nos van a hablar. Y una muy
These are the people from Malden who are going to speak to us right now.
Go ahead.
Hi. So we're here at 84 Linden, and we're protesting mass evictions during COVID.
Estamos aquí en la 84 Linden y estamos protestando desalojos masivos durante la época de COVID-19.
Yeah. I don't know.
Is there a specific building right now in Malden where we're seeing?
So we're at 84 Linden. We all got notice to quit on May 30th.
Estamos en la 84 Linden. Nosotros todos recibimos notificación de desalojo el 30 de mayo.
Our new landlord bought the building on May 1st and issued the notice to quit almost right away. And
Nuestro nuevo propietario.
That ever since.
Nuestro nuevo propietario compró la propiedad el 1 de mayo y nos mandó notificación de desalojo prácticamente inmediatamente y hemos estado en lucha desde ese momento.
Wow.
And can you tell me what has that fight looked like for y'all?
A lot of phone calls. The AGO, the Attorney General's office, was very helpful. They did force our landlord to send us attractions. However, we have been harassed with a lot of retaliation ever since all of this started.
Entonces les pregunté cómo ha sido la lucha. Dijeron que muchas llamadas, están agradecidas con la oficina de la fiscal general, que pudo ayudar de algunas maneras, pero que sí han recibido mucha represalia de parte del dueño contra ellas, y esa parte ha sido difícil. And can you tell us, what are the demands of your building?
So our biggest thing is, and the mayor of Malden has been helping us negotiate this, is a rent freeze until May 1st, 2021, just during all of this COVID recovery.
So, estoy preguntando cuáles son las demandas, y dicen que una de las demandas es que no hayan más incrementos de renta hasta el 1 de mayo del próximo año, del 2021, durante esta crisis.
We just want them to follow the law. All of our rent
Queremos que respeten la ley.
No more retaliations, no more forcing us to allow workers into our apartments during the pandemic.
No más represalia, que no nos obliguen a aceptar trabajadores entrar al edificio durante una pandemia.
We don't have demands. We just want them to have respectful boundaries. us entering our apartments when we're not home.
No es tanto que tengamos demandas, sino que queremos que respeten y nos traten dignamente, que no entren a nuestro apartamento cuando no estamos en casa o sin nuestro permiso.
And yes, I mean, be respectful for any recovery efforts that happen once the moratorium is lifted. I hope they all are.
Could you say that a little louder?
Yeah, no, we also want them to respect any guidelines during this recovery too. Once the moratorium is lifted, whatever might be in place, we want them to respect that as well, since they already violated the original moratorium that is currently in effect right now. So
Thank you so much. O sea, también queremos que respeten las guianzas que hay ahorita durante esta crisis y durante el periodo de restablecer la economía y volver a abrir todo, porque no han respetado el moratorio que ya existe. Entonces estamos queriendo asegurar que van a respetar cómo las cosas continúan a fluir y lo que la ley exige.
Please mute your phone. Thank you.
Not just us, but all of the property they own and involved in it elsewhere. They own a ton of residential property. So if they're trying to do things now that aren't right, who knows in the future or who else they're doing it.
Y eso no es solo para nosotros, sino para todas las propiedades del orden que ellos tienen, porque sabemos que tienen otras propiedades y si lo están haciendo con nosotros, quién sabe cuántas otras personas le están haciendo lo mismo. And when y'all talk about retaliation, can you maybe give me a little bit some stories about what that looks like for y'all?
For example, they removed our doorbells to install an intercom system, but they did that knowing that we won't allow the workers into our apartments because of the pandemic. So now we don't have doorbells.
Wow. So una de las cosas que ha hecho la compañía es que les quitó los timbres con la excusa de que iban a poner un sistema de timbres de baffle para poder tener un micrófono y baffle, pero sabiendo que ellas ahorita no están aceptando trabajadores en los apartamentos por la situación del COVID-19. Entonces sabían con eso que las iban a dejar sin timbres y las han dejado sin timbres.
Yeah, I mean, I think another example of retaliation was as soon as this property management company bought our building, they immediately sent electricians and painters in. And I know the electricians weren't wearing masks. They wanted to get in our units to install sub-meter equipment because originally our building was on 1 meter and the electricity was included. I mean, some of us emailed the Board of Health. I mean, I don't know what happened, but a week later they sent us notices to quit, and I have no idea if there is a connection.
Wow. So
we have documented emails too to show the timeline.
Thank you so much. Una de las cosas que ellas vieron fue que ellos mandaron compañías para hacer arreglos, una de ellas una compañía de electricidad, y mandaron varios trabajadores sin máscaras y no siguiendo las recomendaciones ahorita de sanidad pública y seguro público de salud público. Entonces te mandaron una queja al Departamento de Salud Público sobre las violaciones que estaba haciendo el dueño, y ahí fue que el dueño mandó las cartas de desalojo. So, no sabemos si fue en directa consecuencia, pero el tiempo es muy coincidencial y tienen ellas los correos electrónicos para mostrar las pruebas de las comunicaciones que vieron. I think a couple of you maybe understand a little bit of my Spanish. Yeah. Qué bien.
No, bien.
Gracias. Solo estoy diciendo que veo que ahí algunas entienden el español un poco. Increíble, porque ahí me pueden decir si estoy haciendo buen trabajo o no. Gracias. ¿Hay algún otro mensaje, alguna otra parte de la lucha que quieran que nuestra comunidad acá en East Boston, en Lynn y todos los aliados de vida urbana puedan escuchar?
No, yo creo que es eso, ¿no? Como las chicas decían, intentamos luchar no solo para nosotros, pero también para los demás que están con ellos.
We want to fight not just for us, but to give support to other people who are fighting to get this laws.
Me parece increíble seguir viendo la tradición que vemos en Boston.
It's amazing to see the tradition that we see in East Boston, women in front at the fight, in front of the fight. Thank you so much for sharing all your fight here.
I'm just saying to y'all, thank you so much. I see y'all really in the same position as we see in Boston, is women at the forefront of the anti-displacement fight. So, you know, it seems to be a growing trend around Greater Boston. So, amazed to see that. Thank you so much for sharing your struggle with us and for letting us be a part of that. And we look forward to continuing to support you.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you for your support. All right, con eso entonces estoy tratando de ver dónde sigue, dónde sigue la caravana.
So I'm trying to see where our caravan is going. I'm getting text messages and WhatsApp messages. They're trying to let me know. Okay, 11 minutes approx to get to Somerville finally. I think I just have voice for 30 more minutes before I cannot talk any longer. It's incredible to see all the support that we've seen today from East Boston to Lynn to Malden and now to Somerville. I don't know if we have Frances in Somerville, so she can share with us a little bit of what she sees there. Francis, please share with us. We're here waiting for the caravan with a band. They're protesting the racial injustice in housing, long-term stability for everyone. Housing stability for everyone. Stability for everyone. They're singing, they're dancing, they're playing instruments. I'm going to shout before I get pushed out. Debt cancellation. Fight mass evictions after moratorium. Cancel COVID housing debt during COVID-19. Acquired during COVID-19. I'm going to shout before I get pushed out. Oh, this is Portuguese. Wow. Stable housing. Healthy home equals healthy homes. That's true. Francis, is it possible to interview somebody who's participating there to ask them what's happening? It's incredible to see bands and everything. Seems like the caravan is 7 minutes away from arriving there. This is incredible. Francis, is it possible to interview somebody there? What's the message? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get someone. Yeah, ask out loud what you're doing here. Oh my God.
So many people that are very, very vulnerable right now, and housing is a basic right. We have to protect it. And for people to use emergency
agradecimiento al Señor de parte de nosotros aquí. Thank you very much. El Señor nos está compartiendo que apoyando porque la vivienda debe ser un derecho. Que la vivienda debería ser para las personas, no para ganancias.
Buying up property and driving up to places to make it impossible for people to live here.
Que estos desarrolladores están comprando propiedades.
These developers are making it impossible for us to live here. The music is so high, so I have to tell you what he's saying. The prices have gone up too much. We need affordable housing. The person was saying that he was born and raised in Somerville, and they've seen that the neighborhood has become too expensive, even for them who just graduated, and it's hard not to be able to afford living in the neighborhood where he was raised, and that's and as we have seen everywhere else, housing should be a human right. So thank you, Frances, for getting us those short interviews. We know that we are a few minutes away from getting the caravan there. What a great closing with a band and everything. It's just incredible. I don't know, Mike, if you can share some pictures with us about the caravan, today's caravans and yesterday's.
Just asking Mike if we can queue up some pictures.
We have a few more, not many.
It can be repeated to me for folks that have just been joining. Aquí tenemos a Erika Sánchez.
That's Erika Sánchez from East Boston,
para la lucha de Suffolk Downs.
Fighting for Suffolk Downs, affordable housing. More pictures from Suffolk Downs.
Ahí está
Catalina and Brenda. She lives close to where they're doing the project of Suffolk Downs, and Brenda is organizer for Mascosh. They have the demands there. Long-term housing stability for all.
Wow. La caravana se tuvo que enfrentar a un pantano y aún no se vieron, no los pudimos detener.
The caravan had to confront even flooding, but not even that could stop us. Even during these hard times, our community can still mobilize and put pressure. Arwin put a comment on the chat box saying what a beautiful caravan, and to have to accept huge rent increases in our communities shouldn't be part of our living. So we have somebody else ready to give us to talk to us a little bit. Who's that?
Am I right? It's
Farah.
Yes? All right.
Looks like they're there. Gabriela says they're there.
Yeah, I think I see that person.
They're coming. They're coming.
They're coming.
Oh,
The caravan's coming! Oh my God! What a beautiful closing to the day. This charges the batteries for everybody here and everywhere. Yay, Gaps! Beautiful, beautiful.
Increíble ver todo esto.
It's so incredible to see all of that. Da-dum, da-da-dum.
Increíble ver toda esa caravana que pase por ahí.
It's so incredible to have seen that caravan going through with band and everything.
Hay más carros.
More cars are coming.
Creo que están atrás. Vienen atrás.
Yay! 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 More cars are coming. We have to wait for the caravan to go through so we can interview somebody else. And I can tell you briefly that the landlord bought this property at 19 Central. Also has other buildings in Somerville and nearby. He wants to raise the rents by $500. But the tenant association got organized. So we're going to hear from them.
Hello, everyone. Housing
is a human rights issue. Every human being needs.
Top of their head.
Please silence your phone.
Necessity like eating and drinking. Even animals have nests.
So, la vivienda es un derecho humano y todos deberíamos tener el derecho a vivienda y esto debe ser algo que se le garantice a todos. Aún los animales también tienen sus nidos y sus hogares. El hogar es esencial para el ser humano.
Yes.
The U.S. broken housing system is making more and more people to be homeless every day.
El sistema económico de este país, de Estados Unidos, está empujando a más y más personas cada día a un estadio de estar sin hogar.
Homelessness can lead to poor health, limited access to health care, can make it worse. That's why the health of the homeless people in the United States is worse than of the general population.
Y esto también es un riesgo a la salud pública, porque sabemos que aquellos que están sin hogar o tienen sus hogares en riesgo de ser desplazados o desalojados, tienen un índice de salud mucho más bajo en comparación al público general.
Many homeless women are victims of domestic or sexual abuse.
Muchas personas, can you say that one more time?
Many homeless women are victims of domestic or sexual abuse.
Muchas mujeres que están sin hogar son víctimas de abuso doméstico o sexual.
The psychological and physical impact of the homelessness is a matter of public health crisis.
El impacto psicológico, el daño psicológico que hace un desalojo o estar sin hogar es una crisis de salud pública.
Homeless people are more likely to have inmate, like life-threatening physical illnesses, substance abuse, and live in dangerous conditions.
Personas sin hogar están mucho más propensas a vivir en condiciones peligrosas, sufrir de abuso de sustancias y otros peligros a la salud de ellos.
Some of the common health problems that homeless people may have include HIV/AIDS, lung disease, bronchitis, tuberculosis, pneumonia, malnutrition, mental health problems, substance abuse, wound and skin infections.
Algunos de los temas o los efectos de salud pública negativa a personas que están sin hogar incluyen diferentes enfermedades, diferentes lesiones por tener cortos, heridas, daños psicológicos a la salud mental y muchos otros tipos de enfermedades y problemas de salud.
Many homeless people are dealing with trauma. They have been abused or assault.
Muchas personas sin hogar están tratando de lidiar con traumas, han sido abusados o acosados.
This includes homeless children who are at risk for emotional and behavioral problems.
Esto incluye a jóvenes y niños que estén sin hogar, que están sufriendo de problemas psicológicos tanto como emocionales.
Homelessness can impact on educational attainment. Accessing school places may be difficult. Absentee from the school is more likely. Homelessness may single out children in new school, increasing likelihood of bullying and isolation.
Y también estos jóvenes que estén sin hogar están en situaciones donde están más aislados en sus estudios y en sus escuelas, sin tener un hogar estable, ni una escuela estable, y también los puede hacer víctimas de bullying y de intimidación por otros estudiantes por su condición económica.
Homeless people have no address to vote and participate in democracy and select their representatives.
Personas que están sin hogar también tienen mucha lucha en poder tener acceso al voto y participar en los procesos democráticos.
America is a huge land. There should be no shortages of housing, but there is an unjust, unequal distribution of the resources. The system is being abused by some people.
Estados Unidos es un país enorme y por lo tanto debe haber suficiente vivienda para todos, pero tenemos una manera de hacer las cosas en este país que es inasequible, inequitativo para las comunidades y está haciendo que las viviendas solo se construyan por lujo y por plata y no de manera asequible para todos.
The houses are insanely expensive to buy. there is a growing demand, but shortage of the supply.
La vivienda se está haciendo increíblemente cara y hay una exigencia, una necesidad enorme por hogares, pero muy poca producción.
The rise in house prices are 200 times more than rising in the wages.
El incremento de construcción de propiedades está subiendo el mercado 200% más alto que lo que está subiendo los ingresos.
So this makes the housing market is more demanding, but it also shows the sign of the poverty.
Esto hace que el mercado de vivienda tenga más demanda, sí, pero también incrementa la pobreza. Farah, I'm going to ask you, we're going to have to wrap up, so if you can say your last couple words so that we can talk to Francis.
Because the high demand of the shortages makes the quality of the houses are worse.
Porque la demanda de pocas propiedades también hace que la calidad de propiedades sea más corta.
So the sentence is the rental registration is necessary to control slum landlords' earning, and also it needs to hire more inspectors to check the conditions of the rental housing.
Thank you so much, Farah. Entonces lo que necesitamos también es que les puedan controlar el incremento de las rentas y también que contraten a más inspectores para controlar y exigir que la calidad de vivienda sea digna para las personas vivir. Thank you so much, Farah. We're going to move from there over to Francis. Francis, vamos a pasar a ti.
Wow. That was very inspiring. But we're going back to Francis for her to share with us. People over profit. People over profit.
Ahí estamos escuchando el testimonio de alguien allá en
We just heard the testimony from somebody in Somerville, and they're chanting, people over profit. There's a lot of need among the people to have the opportunity to offer and dignified housing. How about is our system, the public narrative or our system, when they can have the money as motivation and just stop thinking about the dollars that they can make, but about the necessities of our communities. We're trying to get more people. This is the second part of the caravan.
All right, so we're going to start approaching Anna.
We're going to
Vamos a
Here,
ir a hablar
19
con Ana.
Central Street. Look at this.
Anna Rosen. I want to share with you that this community gets a lot of support from Council J.T. Scott, who's been in all the meetings of the Tenant Association.
Van a retirarse un poco de la banda para poder escuchar un poco.
Sí, y vamos a hablar con Ana, una de los organizadores.
They're getting away from the band so we can hear them.
If you could do some of the interpreting on this, I'd really appreciate it.
Okay. Hey, Anna, so tell us a little about your story. Like, what happened here on Central Street? Why are you outside today?
Well,
and I'm going to be interpreting at the same time, so let me just, when I do this with my hands, give me a moment. So, ahorita le pregunté a Ana si nos diga un poco sobre qué está pasando aquí en la calle Central, aquí en Somerville, y decirnos un poco sobre su lucha.
Yeah, so I moved into 19 Central Street last August. I found a good deal on an apartment that I liked. It was less than what I expected, so I jumped on it.
Que desde el agosto pasado ahí está buscando un apartamento y encontró algo bueno, barato aquí en Somerville. Y así que bueno, me voy a mudar aquí. Voy a ver qué tal y hacer mi vida aquí.
And then, however, our building was bought by basically billionaires in December. And when I got my lease renewal notice in May, they wanted a 30% rent increase, so going from $1,950 to $2,500.
Y bueno, en diciembre pasado, un grupo de billonarios, con un B, billonarios, compraron el edificio y cuando ella quiso renovar el contrato en mayo, ellos querían hacer un incremento de renta ridículo. What was the rent increase again?
From $1,950 to $2,500.
Era una renta de 1,950 a 2,500.
My neighbor got the same rent increase, and immediately we both knew that we had to leave. We couldn't afford it, and even though I told them I didn't feel safe moving during a pandemic, especially since I've been spending all my time at home with social distance. So, yeah, I got angry and wanted to help my neighbors. Got in touch with City Life and other organizations. Started this.
First. And when did you get that? That was this May.
That was this May.
2020.
Yeah.
Okay. Ana está diciendo de que en mayo, cuando le dieron ese incremento de renta con renovación de su contrato, de que ella habló con sus vecinos y notaron que sus vecinos también recibieron ese mismo aumento de renta. Y eso es cuando ellos decidieron ir hablándose, organizarse y conectarse con City Life Urbana para tener esa guianza en cómo mejor organizar y luchar en su edificio. You got anything else to share?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, well, thanks to City Life and to everyone that's been involved in talking with the City Council, representatives, and so on, and Somerville Community Corporation. And I had no idea that these organizations and people were there when I got the rent increase. You know, it just seemed completely hopeless. I had no power, and I think organizing is something that we can gain some power back. And so hopefully we'll continue to try to talk to the landlords so that others won't be displaced like me.
Yeah. Que Ana está diciendo de que ella no sabía que existía este apoyo como de diferentes organizaciones que apoyan en cómo mejor, en guiar, cómo organizarse, y que también una gracias a City Life, un gracias al centro de Somerville de vivienda que les han dado apoyando también. Y bueno, aquí está para seguir luchando y conectar con más vecinos, y una gracias al controlador de Somerville que le ha apoyado también y ella quiere saber cómo mejor apoyar a otra gente aquí en Somerville que están luchando con la misma cosa. Any parting words, like any words of advice for tenants who are facing like a similar predicament of displacement and or like ridiculous rent increases? ¿Algún consejo que tienes, Ana, para otros inquilinos que están luchando o que no saben sobre sus derechos o cómo pelear un control de renta ridículo así?
Yeah, I would just say, don't be like me in the sense that my first thing was to panic and find a place right away. Learn the resources that you have by talking with organizations like City Life, and form a tenant association early because that gives you guys power. And then not only that, I think one thing I would like is a bigger connection between different corporations. Different associations. Like it would be nice, for example, if there's a lot of big buildings in Somerville, we can connect together, for example, because I think as a even larger group, that will give us more power.
Thank you, Ana. Y las últimas palabras de consejo de Ana era de que hablen con sus vecinos, conéctense con ellos, averiguan qué están luchando ellos para ver si están en la misma lucha y que forman sus asociaciones de inquilinos más temprano que tarde. Y si en caso que recibes ese aviso de desalojo, no te preocupes, no te consumes de la ansiedad, no buscas un lugar nuevo de vivir. Mejor busque qué recursos de apoyo hay en su barrio para ver cómo esos recursos, esas guianzas se pueden apoyar en luchar. Thank you so much, Ana. Gracias, Ana. I appreciate it. And again, this is one of the last stops of the 2-day Tenant Association Multi-Stop Caravan.
Yay, the last stop.
Thank you.
Muchísimas gracias, Ana. Muchísimas gracias.
Thanks a lot, Ana. Thanks for everything. Ana again lives at 19 Central. We started in East Boston at Frances' house, then Alejandra del Castillo, then Luis's, and then María. Y después de ahí nos fuimos para Suffolk Downs, and Lynn, Malden, y Somerville. We're not going to stop until we can guarantee an affordable rent for everyone and stability for everyone. Thank you all for supporting us today, for being with us, to the tenants and the people who were there supporting them, to the people who participated in the caravan, for the technical equipment, and all the people who work here in the Zoom. And Gabriela, Frances, our helpers on the sites, taking care of all the problems, and all the people who helped with the rain, the hard rain there. Today you showed the perseverance and the strength. Thank you all. Have a great, great evening. Goodbye.